done come in, my belt is tightening, the blood is getting in. Polo done come in, my belt is tightening, the blood is getting in. Polo done come in, my belt is tightening, almost on my jeans.
Alright, I'm Detective Inspector Tom McLeish, and this week I've been investigating your fucking Oddworld new and tasty. It's a remake of Abe's Odyssey, the fondly remembered 1997 puzzle platformer, updated and retold for the modern audience, although to be honest, it's the same audience, just older and fatter. See, the thing about nostalgia, right, is that nostalgia's a load of shite. Folk pine for the past because they remember being younger in it, but see the past, this is the past. Whistling Jack Smith, except get this, that cunt wasn't the one whistling, and his name wasn't Jack Smith. There's your past. Fucking nonsense. No, I can't mind what I took or who I pumped in the late 90s, but I mind having a good time because I can't mind fuck all about it, and neither can you, so shut your hole. Oddworld Abe's Odyssey smashed its way onto the PS1 back in the day, and it was hard as fuck. Its central mechanic was trial and error. It was designed so that you would fail your way through it, learning from every death as you went along. It was the Dark Souls of platforming, and the remake takes the exact same approach. You can tell that New and Tasty is a labour of love, a heartfelt tribute for the source material, because this isn't just the original game with high resolution artwork as you'd expect. It's fundamentally a very different beast, completely distinct on a technical level. So it's actually a marvellous thing that they've managed to recreate, atom by atom, the very essence of the original. It feels the same, it nails the art style, it nails the humour. The new voice acting on Abe sounds even more authentic than the original, if that makes sense. New and Tasty is the kind of rare video game remake that is actually a remake as opposed to a re-release with nicer assets. Whether or no you get on with it depends on your tolerance for constant setbacks. To be honest, that kind of stuff usually annoys the fuck out of me unless the game's really compelling, you know? Right, so about this Whistling Jack Smith cunt. Oh wait, I've done that bit. New and Tasty is annoying as hell unless you hammer the new quick save function every few seconds. Without diligent manual saves, the game is a hugely frustrating slog between what feels like distantly spaced checkpoints. They've made quick saving so simple, it's become an almost integral part of the game. Get past a bit, smack the touchpad, die, hold down on the touchpad, sorted. It takes 90% of the frustration out of the trial and error stuff. So don't do what I did and completely forget it's there for the first 2 hours of the game. I swear to fuck there were times I nearly inserted the PS4 into one of my colleagues. I feel like one of them science pigs that gets taught to press a button for a treat, you know? Press this or you're fucked, press this or you're fucked. It's like try to do a nice relaxing jobby, except you have to flush every 2 seconds or it slides back up you. This constant process you have to go through for every new bit, testing, dying, testing, saving, testing, dying, etc., contributes heavily to making you feel the oppressive themes of the game. New and Tasty's anti-corporation, pro-environment, pro-equality message is enhanced and hammered home by the fact that you feel constantly in danger, constantly fearful of making the wrong move. The slightest deviation from the safe path always has deadly consequences. It's a design choice that feeds back into the narrative in a provocative and frankly brilliant way. Plus you can press a button to fart. New and Tasty would be a much harder sell if it wasn't for the fantastic central character. Like every other aspect of the game, Abe's look has been updated to 2014 standards in the most perfect way, instantly recognisable from the original game, but a thoroughly modern interpretation of the character. You can see him in a Pixar film or something, such as the appeal of his design. The humour in the game is cartoony, sometimes subtle, sometimes slapstick, but never detracting from the gravity of the situation on this troubled world. A situation which, like the best science fiction, has a myriad of parallels in real life. A dark glimpse of where we might end up. A mirror to the worst chapters of our past. New and Tasty's cleverest trick is in its timing. Its socially and environmentally conscious message is arguably way more potent and relevant now than it was in 1997. Do you remember 1997? 1997 was a piece of piss. The Cold War was over, Bill Clinton was in the White House, British politics was being swept up in a wave of goodwill and rockstar personality. 9/11 was yet to happen, and I was probably balls deep in one of your maws. So high after the smell of my own piss I wouldn't remember it. Fast forward to 2014 and everything's fucked. The story of an underclass being exploited to solve a financial downturn they weren't responsible for should be a very familiar narrative. In 1997 we didn't need Abe. In 2014 we need the cunt more than ever. You'll laugh, you'll get intensely frustrated, and you'll fall in love with Oddworld all over again. Hopefully we'll get to see more of the place before human civilization comes to a violent end, eh? Hey! You fucking point at me, you wank. Hiya, Tom! Pishy! Look into your eyes, I see a paradise. This world that I found is too good to be true. Standing here beside you, want so much to give you. This love in my heart that I'm feeling for you. Let them say we're crazy, I don't care about that. Put your hand in my hand, Tom, and don't ever look back. Let the world around us just fall apart. Tom, we can make it if we're out to what. And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world runs out of wankers, we'll still have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now. So where have you been? I've been living in Edinburgh. Edinburgh? Come here, dude. Fucking nostalgia, a load of shite. Michael, are you gonna tell the boys and girls to subscribe?
I was working up to the impatient little gat.